just in a desert.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel any temperature to it?
So hot.
Mm-hmm. What else do you notice? Look around.
There's no one near me.
Mm-hmm. Is it day, night?
It's day.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Do you have a sense of self?
I'm wearing this ripped up green shirt.
Mm-hmm. How does it feel to the touch?
It's cotton.
Cotton? What about on your feet? Are you wearing anything there?
Sandals on.
Mm-hmm. How do your feet look?
Gross.
Okay. In what way?
Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Beat up.
How does the body feel? Male, female, young, old, healthy?
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Weak. Skinny. In my 30s.
Mm-hmm. Are you carrying anything in your hands, on your back, on your head?
No, I have nothing. Just scared.
Mm-hmm. Any ornaments or jewelry? Anything you notice about the body?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Look around and see what calls your attention. Really set that scene for me.
I feel like I'm in a just desert. I don't know exactly where.
Mm-hmm.
There's just barely any cars. I see a street. I must be by something.
Uh-huh. So it's like barren desert and then you see a road.
Yeah.
What kind of road is it? What kind of material is it made out of?
It's a normal, looks like a one-lane highway street.
Mm-hmm. Is it a paved road or?
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you see?
Cactuses.
Mm-hmm. Do you hear anything? Do you feel anything against your skin?
No, just the heat.
Mm-hmm. Where do you feel it?
My arms, my head.
Mm-hmm. So they're exposed, huh?
I think I have a hat.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a hat.
Good.
But it's at least 100. It's so hot.
It's really hot there. What else do you notice around you? It'll come into focus as you talk about it more.
I think I see a gas station really far away though.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only like one car there, or two.
Really describe those cars. How do they look?
So far.
Too far to see?
One's just red and the other one's gray.
Mm-hmm.
Just average car looking cars.
Okay. Anything else that calls your attention?
They're older looking.
Mm-hmm. How can you tell? You have a different styling or what?
Tires, just different. They're big. It's like a big truck or something.
Mm-hmm.
One's big, one's little, but they're old cars, very old.
How can you tell they're old?
dusty, just beat up.
Mm-hmm. You've seen a lot, huh?
It's probably like half a mile. I can't see that far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm all alone here.
Mm-hmm. You can think about it later. Just let the experience come into focus. You can move through that scene in any direction that calls to you.
Okay.
You can also accelerate time to when you arrive there. You're there now. What do you see? You don't have to experience any discomfort. It's just for information. You can watch the scene from above if you want.
It's like I got kicked out of the car.
Uh-huh. What happened?
I was doing drugs in the car. They didn't want that. I think I'm homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Homeless.
Okay. What else is happening around you in that scene? How do you feel?
Alone. Just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anyone. They picked me up on the side of the road. The only thing I had was needles.
Mm-hmm. That's what you were carrying with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't have them, so must have left them in the car. They broke when they kicked me out.
Okay. And how did you feel about it?
I was upset that they broke, and now I just defeated.
Mm-hmm. Where do you feel that defeat? How do you experience it?
Stomach hurts.
Okay. You don't have to feel any discomfort. It's just there for information. Okay. What else is happening? What are you picking up on?
I'm just alone, trying to walk to the gas station, but I'm so tired.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hot.
What happens next?
I get there eventually.
Mm-hmm. And what do you see when you arrive at the gas station?
There's this man, like kind of old. And he picks up a shotgun. He doesn't want me to go inside.
Okay. How do you feel that experience?
Sad. I just want water. I'm so thirsty.
Mm-hmm. You're just hot and thirsty. Does he say anything to you? Do you have any kind of exchange?
He must know me. He just tells me to get out.
Look into his eyes. See if you pick up on anything.
Just like, get out. Just get out. I must have been there before.
Okay, so he's recognized you.
There's just no one else there.
Mm-hmm. Where do you go from there?
Just walking.
Mm-hmm. Along that road, or?
Yeah.
What do you see as you walk? What do you feel and think?
I see trucks past me. I try to get a ride, but no one picks me up.
Mm-hmm.
And I just lay. I'm just laying on the road now.
Mm-hmm.
By the side. I'm just sad. I just feel useless.
Mm-hmm.
Broken.
Like a defeated feeling.
Yeah.
What happens as you lie down?
Sweating.
Mm-hmm.
You get so burned.
From the sun?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going to die.
Whatever's happened, you don't have to feel it in your body again. You can experience it from above if that's more comfortable. But I want you to get the information from this scene because you're seeing it for a reason. Just allow whatever has happened to play out.
I feel broken. I must have... just sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not even sadness anymore. It's just acceptance.
Like a surrender?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens next?
All I see is me just laying down.
Mm-hmm. Are you still in the body?
I'm looking above it.
Okay. And what do you see?
Just laying there.
Mm-hmm. Is the man still alive?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. How do you feel now that you're on the other side of it?
Everyone just left me. It's crazy.
What's that?
Everyone left.
Mm-hmm. You were all alone.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move back in time and leave that scene behind and go to a time that explains how you got into this situation. You're there now. What do you feel, see, or experience? Any emotion is good. Let it really roll through. It's how you release it for good. You're doing great.
I feel angry.
Mm-hmm.
I live in a nice house.
Mm-hmm. How does it look? Really describe it to me.
It's nice. It's white. It's big. So five people in the house.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, dad, sister.
Mm-hmm. How do they look? How old are they?
My sister's really young, like 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's young. I think I'm a teenager or something, 15.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's a little older. She's so mean to me.
Mm. Is
My
it your
dad-
family from this lifetime or they're different?
It's different.
Different. Good. Really describe everything you see. You were talking about the mom?
My mom's blonde, brown eyes. She's tall. My dad's really big, tall, strong.
Mm-hmm.
Drinks a lot. I see him just drinking right now.
What else do you pick up on?
So angry. Like both of them. I don't know why I'm so angry.
Where does that anger sit in the body?
My stomach.
Stomach area. Okay. What are they doing right now? What's the scene? Really set the scene for me.
I'm in my room. It's a nice room. I think I'm with my friend right now. Actually, that's why I said that's with 5 people. I only have one sister.
Okay. And what are you and the friend doing?
Just hanging out in the room.
Mm-hmm. Does your friend call you by a name?
Can't think of it right now.
That's okay. What else do you notice?
Patrick.
That's your name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Call me that.
Good. What happens next?
I open the door and just see my dad drinking, my mom yelling.
Is she yelling at your dad?
Yeah. Telling him to stop drinking. And I'm so angry at my dad and my mom. They just keep fighting.
How do you experience it? What's going on as you see that playing out?
I just peek. They're in the kitchen and I left my room. Went to go see them. He just drinks and she just smokes cigarettes all day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we have so much money, how we have a nice place.
Mm-hmm. What do you spend your time doing?
Drugs.
Mm-hmm. What kind of drugs do you use?
Smoking a lot of weed.
Mm-hmm.
No one notices.
How come?
They're fighting too much.
They're engrossed in their own stuff.
So angry, no one notices.
Mm-hmm. What else do you pick up on?
My friend brought other drugs that I'm scared to take, but I'm so angry, I just don't want to be angry.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first time doing heroin.
Mm-hmm. How do you experience it?
I feel calm. For once. Happy.
Mm-hmm. Which is different than how you felt before.
Yeah. No one notices.
What else happens on that day?
I just feel good. I just leave the house and just walk around.
By yourself?
My friend.
Okay. Where do you walk?
By train tracks. That's where we usually walk.
Mm-hmm. By your house somewhere?
Like half a mile.
Okay. And what happens there? What do you see?
Other people doing other things. Drugs.
I see. Do you recognize any of them? Do any of them recognize you?
One person. I don't know him that well, but he knows my friend.
Mm-hmm.
We sit there with them and just hang out under like a bridge by train track.
Mm-hmm. How does the whole thing feel to you?
Sketchy, but nice. Just happy. Feel happy. I feel comforted.
Does anything else important happen on this day?
I stay there really late. And I just go back home.
What happens when you get home?
My dad's still drinking in the kitchen. My mom's upstairs.
Really kind of scan your dad's energy. Look at him, check out his eyes, see if you pick up on any information.
It's just sad. He wants to leave. He wants to leave her.
Okay, so the relationship is difficult.
Oh, it's so heavy. I feel it.
Meaning you feel his energy?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you picking up on?
Oh, it's so dark, heavy. So heavy.
Where do you feel it in your body?
Chest, stomach,
Stomach and
everywhere.
chest. Okay.
I just feel like a pit.
What else do you notice? What else happens?
I say goodnight, and he doesn't answer. He just waves. I can't see his face. He's behind me. He's in front of me. And he's facing the other way. Just waves goodbye.
He just raises his hand and that's it? Yeah. What do you feel? What do you do next?
Let's go to my room. I'm gonna go to bed.
Let's leave that scene and move forward to another important day. A day you consider to be important when something's happening. We've now moved to that important day. What's happening? What do you see?
I'm graduating high school.
Good. What's happening? Is there anybody there with you?
Yeah, my whole family's here. They're proud of me.
What about you? How do you feel?
Anxious. Just, I'm so scared. I don't know why.
Where do you feel that anxiety? I don't want you to feel any of the discomfort again, but just accept it's coming for informational purposes.
My chest, stomach. I feel like a panic attack almost.
Being up there on the stage or what?
Yeah.
What happens next? I don't want you to feel any of the discomfort. Just kind of process it and release it. You don't have to feel any discomfort in your body at all. Just process the information. You're completely safe and fine.
Nothing. I just grabbed my diploma and walked down. Just so nervous. Just freaking out. It's when I going on stage.
Okay. What else are you picking up on?
I want drugs. That's why I'm freaking out. I don't want my parents to see me high.
What do you do from there?
I sit down, wait just watch everyone else be called. "18. I'm lucky I graduated.
How come you say that?
I didn't work hard in school. Just did too many drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I went to class, but I didn't pay attention.
What else do you pick up on? You're doing really well.
Nothing else. Just watching everyone else graduate.
Mm-hmm. Does anything else important happen on that day?
I just realized that I'm not going to be anything in life. I'm good with cars. I'm a mechanic. Help me and my friend do that. That's how I know him.
Mm-hmm. You work on cars together?
Yeah, we did it when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
He drinks so much. I don't like drinking. I just like other drugs.
Okay. Let's leave that graduation day behind and move to another important day when something's happening. You're there now. What do you see?
Just I'm in a house. Just terrible out. It smells terrible.
What does it smell like to you?
Like pee.
Mm-hmm.
So many gross people. There's drugs everywhere. It's 22.
What are you doing there?
Drugs.
Mm-hmm. Same as before or something else?
I only like heroin.
Okay. What else do you pick up on? What's happening?
My friend's name's John. We call him John. Me and John are just doing heroin. There's a lot of other people we don't know. We're in a stranger's house.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
And someone just pulls out a knife and just cuts someone for no reason.
How do you feel seeing that?
I'm scared. I'm a big guy right at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't do anything. I'm too high. Nothing else happens.
Okay. Leave that scene behind and move forward to another important day. A day you consider important when something's happening. You're there now. What's going on?
I'm having a kid. With a girlfriend.
Your present day girlfriend or?
Different girl.
Mm-hmm. Describe what's happening. How does the baby look? How do you feel?
I'm excited, scared. We're both drug addicts.
Okay. But I see you smiling.
I'm happy.
Describe that baby.
So beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Oh, boy, girl, healthy boy.
Mark.
Mm-hmm. Look into his eyes. What do you pick up on?
These small brown eyes. White. I'm happy.
He sounds very cute based on your smile. What happens next?
We have a little helm. We're fighting all the time. We choose to take some leave.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel when that happens? How do you react?
I try to get my baby back, but she's gone. She just left.
She left with the baby.
I don't know where they are. She took the car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any transportation. I'm walking.
What do you see around you? What happens next?
I just fall to my knees, and in the morning no one was there. Just crying, just sad.
Grieving their loss.
Just miss Mark. I'm never gonna see any of them again. I know they're gone.
They're gone. Mm-hmm. How does that affect you?
I lost everything. I live in a mobile home. Like one of those, you can't even drive. She took the car, so it's just stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
In a small little area with other mobile houses.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know any of them. I'm just all alone.
How do you feel?
Just sad. Just angry. How could they just leave? Just left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anyone. My family doesn't want to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend left. I was doing drugs. She left. Even though she does something.
Mm-hmm.
She just didn't want to be with me.
What else do you notice or realize or feel?
I just miss my baby.
Little Mark.
Just 1, 2. 1 or 2.
He's super small still, huh?
He's never gonna know me.
Does anything else happen on this day?
back in the house and just lay and just think of ways to find them. And I can't. They're gone.
Mm-hmm. You can move forward in time and see if you find him again. Do you see Mark again in that lifetime?
No.
No. Let's move forward to the end of that lifetime. You don't have to experience it again, but you've moved through that very last day where you're in the desert scene. Can you access it?
Yeah.
Good. Every life has a lesson and a purpose. Now that you're on the other side of that lifetime that we were watching, what is the perspective that you have on it? What do you think was the purpose of that lifetime?
Loss.
You experienced a lot of loss. In what sense?
My own actions. I just pushed everyone away.
How did you do that? Do you see it from a new perspective now on this side?
So angry, just drugs just turned me into someone I didn't like.
What about the lesson of that lifetime? Do you get a sense of what you were trying to learn in that life?
Happiness with myself. I didn't find it.
You didn't find it that time, huh? Was there another way that it could have played out, that you wanted it to play out?
Stop doing drugs and find myself, be happy.
That's what you set out to do in that lifetime, huh?
Overcome that feeling I didn't overcome. Sad.
Mm-hmm.
My life went downhill after heroin was over, and I knew it was over.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be happy sometimes.
And that gave you that little boost, huh?
Yeah.
What else is coming through? Any information, any sensations?
Nothing really.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a sense of space where you are right now?
I'm just watching.
Mm-hmm. Still watching that scene?
She's still laying, just watching him lay.
And what do you see? What happens to him? Is that important?
No one cares.
Okay. You can go anywhere you want from this place, Does anything call your attention? Anything catch your eye as you scan around?
In high school, at the graduation scene, my parents were proud of me, but I wasn't proud.
How come?
So I knew I wasn't going to do anything with my life. I knew I was going to be a drug addict. And they didn't know.
Do you get any new perspective on that, on this side of things?
Just don't look for short-term happiness in the wrong place.
Is there anything else important about that life that's coming through?
It's the guilt. So guilty.
You felt guilt from it. How come? What was the guilt about?
I was hiding my life from everyone. My family figured out, and they never talked to me. And it was all my fault. They were so disappointed. I never switched my life around. I kept doing it.
You went deeper into it?
It made it worse.
Okay.
They tried. They did the best they could, but I was too far gone.
Well, you got a lot of information. You did great. Let's drift away from that life. I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Nick to see today. Why did you choose to show this life to him in particular?
Just to focus on his guilt that he's feeling.
What should he know about that sense of guilt?
It's not his fault. Stop blaming yourself for everything.
What else do you want to know about that lifetime? He felt a lot of anger.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go to the bathroom.
I'll continue to ask some questions.
Yes.
You showed a lifetime in which Nick felt a lot of anger. Why is that important today?
The only person he was angry with was himself. He was not angry at his mom or dad. He's angry at himself.
Why did you want him to see and experience that today?
Because he has deep down anger still that he doesn't acknowledge.
I see. What's causing this?
Hiding his emotions.
Where does that originate? This life, another? When was the very first time his soul experienced it?
Long time ago. He's been doing this for a long time.
Okay, so this is not the first, but it can be the last, can't it?
Yes.
Good. What emotions did he feel when it first happened, that very first time, a long time ago?
Scared.
What was happening?
She couldn't express her feelings.
And what was happening to her in the situation?
A woman. Her husband never let her show any emotion.
What would he do when she would try?
Hit her.
He would hit her.
So much. Very painful.
Okay. And where are all those emotions that she felt stored in her body?
The stomach.
In the stomach. And that's the same for Nick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Was Nick trying to learn something on a subtle level by going through that life experience? Was he trying to understand something, or is there more to the story?
Yes.
Can you please explain what?
Trying to overcome her fear, let people walk all over them.
Did she succeed in doing that in that lifetime?
No.
No. So it could have played out a different way, but it didn't that time.
She didn't have much of a choice.
Can you explain that, please?
She would have been killed.
So her life was literally in danger.
Yes.
But that's not the case for me, is it?
No.
Okay. Does he understand that now? Like, really feel it?
No.
No?
Still doesn't get it.
What can you tell him so he can really understand it?
He has to learn that.
Okay. And what about it does he have to learn? To not let people walk all over him, or?
Be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be.
And that was one of his questions. You saw that, right?
Yes.
Can you tell him more about it? He really wants to get rid of this anger, but obviously it's been there for a long time.
He doesn't even realize it. It's so deep down. From his childhood. He knows that.
Mm-hmm. Why is it stored in the stomach? Why is that the location in the body?
It's where he'd let all the emotion stay.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't let it express, and that's where it's stored.
And that's where it was stored in the lifetime you just showed that he experienced, where he was using heroin, wasn't it?
Yes.
Why did you show him that? Why is that important for him to know?
Because he's having the same issue within multiple lifetimes.
Mm-hmm. Is he choosing to have that experience? Why
Yes.
does it happen? He is. Can you explain that more to him? I think it will help him understand.
He has to learn to fight back more for what he believes in.
Mm-hmm.
He's always had a problem with that. He's very go with the flow, as he would say.
Mm-hmm. He did say that several times today, but isn't that a good thing?
Yes, but no.
Mm-hmm. Can you explain the distinction so he really gets it?
He wants to be successful. I know that's why he came here. But to be successful, he has to lead. And he's not a leader yet. To be a leader, you have to fight through the fear, the emotion, the struggle. And he's doing better now.
What is helping him improve? Where has he made the biggest leaps in improvement?
Relationships. He's allowing himself to express his emotions with his relationships.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't good at it before, but he's so much better now.
Good.
He's going to be good.
What else can you tell him about it? Why is this such a big theme today?
He doesn't want to be in fear anymore. The fear from his lifetime comes from his dad. And he was always scared growing up. But now him and his father are doing well, and he shouldn't still be feeling those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't realize he's feeling those feelings, but he still does.
The feeling of fear, you mean?
It's all in the stomach.
So everything, the anger, the fear, it's all in the stomach.
All in the stomach.
I see he has his right hand on his stomach right now.
It's comfortable for him.
Mm-hmm. What was the purpose for him to experience all this anger? What is he trying to understand on a deeper level?
Anger can be switched to happiness. You see it from different perspectives. He's now viewing it as a learning perspective instead of a, why is this happening to me?
He had a big switch in his life recently, didn't he?
He did. He's doing a very good job.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted him to come here.
Good. Why did you want him to come here today?
Because it's a good life path for him.
Mm-hmm. Can you explain in more detail so he can hear it in your own voice?
He loves helping people, and he's very creative and intuitive. He doesn't fully believe in that yet. He doesn't fully trust himself in the way that I do.
Mm-hmm. But you're helping him open up to that larger picture.
Yes.
Why here specifically? Is there something about QHHT he needs to know? Or something?
Yes.
Good.
He can do this.
Is it something that you want him to know more about or to pursue? What can you tell him about?
Yes, he's an intuitive healer. He needs to be in touch with his emotions more. Mm-hmm. And then he could help others, just like you're doing.
That's great. That was something we talked about when he called, but we didn't really talk about it today.
He doesn't know what he wants yet. I just want to show him every perspective.
Good. And then he'll choose for himself, or has he already chosen on some level?
Yes, of course. He doesn't know. He'll know soon.
Good. What does he have to look forward to?
Money.
Good. He's very focused on that now. He wants to be successful.
He will be.
Good. Why did you show him that yacht in his 30s?
Because that can happen.
So it's one possible outcome in this lifetime.
Yes.
Why did can you help him understand better that sensation or inner knowing he got when he saw himself on the yacht, and he interpreted it to mean that he had quite a bit of money because he was so successful? He's usually more, not on the thrifty side, but he knows how to spend on the right things. Right?
He's very smart with money.
Mm-hmm.
He, as he would say, escaped the matrix. And he knows what's right and wrong. He looks up stuff on money almost every day. Mm-hmm. And it's due time. He's going to be rich and successful, everything he wants. But he has to know how to be a leader, because that's what he truly wants to be.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell him more about leadership?
Yes. Leadership creates. He's very good at going with the flow, but he needs to learn to create his own reality so he can help others the way he wants to.
Is that why he's been drawn to Abraham Hicks and Law of Attraction?
Yes, that's one of the reasons.
What's the other reason?
To learn, to be more spiritual. He never believed in this stuff when he was younger. That's why we had to show him.
So is today's experience kind of a mile marker where it's a little bit more information for him? Or?
Yes. He wants to know a lot, but we can only give him a little.
What about Law of Attraction and, I think the name is Bob Preston? He was
Proctor.
Proctor, sorry. That message really resonated with him, but he also felt this, I guess while we were talking, we both started to really listen and connect the dots that sometimes with money, when things are starting to get really good, he's
scared.
What is that? Why is that?
This is the lesson we just showed him. Mm-hmm. He creates his own fear with anything good in his life, and he creates absolute destruction. Not as bad as his previous lives, but he's been doing this for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Is he ready to stop that cycle this lifetime?
Yes, he can.
He has that choice. I see you smiling, huh?
Always has the choice.
What else can he know on that topic that would help him the most?
Letting go of fear will create success, will create leadership, will create abundance.
And that's what he wants.
Yes, I know that's the main reason he's here.
But is that the main reason you brought him here?
No.
Okay. What more can you tell him that will help him get on the way What is this fear? I know you said in this lifetime it was caused by difficulties with his dad, but it sounds like their relationship has turned around in a really beautiful way.
He was very focused on the bankruptcy of his parents. That hurt him a lot, and he always wanted to make enough money to retire his family and escape this life. He wants money as an escape, but he needs to view money in a different aspect. That's why he's scared. He needs to learn not to fear money, fear others being judged. He's scared of being judged for having money.
And what is the root of that?
He believes money leads to superficial lifestyle choices.
I see. And where does that belief originate? This life, another? What was the first time his soul really experienced that?
Many lifetimes ago.
Okay.
He's held this as long as I can imagine. He's been successful before, but up and down, very high, very low.
In the same lifetime?
Different.
I see. But in this lifetime, he seems to be experiencing many highs and lows all packed into one.
Yes, he has to learn.
Okay. Are you trying to break him open in a sense?
I want him not to be scared.
Okay. Okay. Tell me a little bit more about that fear. What's really at the root of it? I really want him to get rid of it. If he's ready to do that work, we can do it today.
He's ready.
Good. Is that why he's really here?
Yes, part of it.
Good. Can you really dig through his records and find the first time he experienced that fear?
His mom.
Mm-hmm.
His mom was always very conservative with money. She had little to no money growing up. At least that's what she made it seem like to him. She had to go through many ups and downs and had to step up around the house. He had to start earning money quicker than anyone else because his mom wasn't available mentally or emotionally. She was very sick for a very long time. He learned too early the struggle of money, and he's holding on to that fear of being alone, being without. That's stopping him from being successful.
I see. And you also showed him a whole lifetime where he ended up with a family that no longer, that excommunicated him, and then his girlfriend and Mark left, and then he passed away. Mark.
He left Mark.
Is he connected with Mark in this lifetime?
Yes.
Who is Mark?
That's his best friend.
Oh, what's his name? So they've traveled before.
That's why they're so close.
Oh. Anything else about Mark that's important?
That was the only thing he loved in that pastime.
He really lit up. I was surprised. I thought maybe he jumped to a different lifetime, but he was so happy. He was smiling so big.
That was the only thing that made him happy, besides drugs. And when he lost that, the drugs were the only thing. And then he eventually lost his own life because of them.
Mm-hmm. Did he choose to have that experience in some sense?
Yes. He could have made it better.
He could have made a different choice, meaning?
Yes.
I see. I see. Well, I want to get back to that topic of fear. So that fear was ingrained in him in this lifetime, fear around money specifically, right?
Yes.
And what was the purpose? Did he want to experience that for some reason, or is that just how things played out?
He didn't want to experience that, but
Okay.
that's how it happened.
I see.
That was his free will.
I see. Does he understand that better now? That those are not his own problems?
Yes.
Good. Can you help him release some of that fear? Preferably all of it.
Yeah.
I think he's ready to let it all go, is he?
Yes, he is.
Good. Can you explain how you're doing this, please? I'm always curious.
I'm taking the negative energy away from the stomach area. That's where he has all his negative energy stored towards money.
Good.
Especially money.
Can you take away the anger and fear while you're in there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Will he feel or sense anything as you heal this?
Feel the energy going up. He'll feel lighter.
Good. Will he notice anything after the session?
Yes, I'll be able to make more money. Be lucky.
Good. And how will he see that manifest?
Through physicality. His physical world.
Good. He talked a little bit about this feeling of literally having no more space in him for any kind of lies or untruths.
Yes, he's done with lies.
He's done. And so he feels with law of attraction sometimes, because he can't touch the yacht yet, he can't, hold the money in his hand yet, he almost feels like he's lying when he envisions himself already anchored in it, rooted in it, even though that's another frequency, that's another kind of timeline he's trying to jump to. What can you tell him about that so it really all sticks and connects?
Yes, that is his problem right now. The only thing I could say is something he already knows. And it's that it's already there. Just because you can't see it, it's there. You already have it. Especially with the law of attraction, it's always there. The only reason it's not there is because you don't think it's there.
Mm-hmm. So it's, in a very physical sense, it is in his vortex.
Yes.
What else is in his vortex that he has to look forward to, that he's already rooted very deeply in?
Love.
Love. Tell him more about that, please.
He needs to learn how to experience true love. He's guarded. Even in his current relationship, he's still very guarded. Mm-hmm. And she loves him very much. Mm-hmm. He feels guilty.
What's causing this?
He doesn't deserve it, he believes.
Where does that originate? Is that this life or somewhere else, another time? When was the very first time, the root?
Very long time.
I see.
This
Can you
life,
tell him what happened?
This life was part of his healing. He hasn't had a life full of healing, and he wanted this life. Good. To create more healing in this aspect of his life. This has been a pivotal point for him in his relationships.
Is it important for him to see that original life, the first time he felt
Yes.
pain around love?
Yes.
Can you please show that to him?
Yes.
Can you describe what you're seeing for the recording so you can revisit it later?
His primary lives were women.
Mm-hmm.
And women hundreds of years ago were taken advantage of and abused in many different ways. He was abused in multiple lifetimes by multiple men in his life. The same soul as his father.
What emotions did he feel when that was happening? Or is that all stored in his body?
The pelvis.
Makes sense.
Stomach, pelvis.
Okay.
Multiple blockages.
Is that in any way related to the issues he started to have?
Yeah.
Yes. Why did that happen in this lifetime at that age?
It was so he could see it.
I see.
He would have never saw us. He would have never received help. He would have pushed through.
But now he even tattooed the memory of that healing on his chest, huh? Because he overcame it?
Yes, he did.
I see you smiling. Does that mean he healed himself?
For the most part.
Can you help him complete that healing today?
Yes.
Can you please scan his entire body and see if there's anything that needs a final adjustment so he can move on from this topic of health and kind of dis-ease in the body and really step into his leadership, his power, his love, all the manifestation work he's ready to do.
His sexual energies and his throat.
Can you explain what you're doing there, please?
Dissolving the energies.
What are you using to do that? May I know?
Light.
Is there a certain color or?
White.
White light. Does he feel anything as you do it?
And warm.
Good. Is it okay if I keep talking as you do that work?
Yes.
Okay, good. I won't interrupt anything, right?
No.
Okay. I want to start asking some of the questions from his list. You're already working on quite a bit of the healing, and it sounds like he's ready to fully heal himself today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Good. Are there any karmic issues that he needs help resolving that you can help him with today?
Yes. Speaking in public.
Part of his leadership stepping up?
Yes.
What should he know about speaking in public?
There's nothing to be afraid of. He was a born leader. And that's why he's here right now. He was meant to see this.
Why is this lifetime so special?
He has all the power. He gave himself and allowed himself to create every quality to become a great leader.
So he literally has everything he needs already inside of him, doesn't he?
Yes, he just needs to open and allow.
Good. Is he ready to do that now?
Yes.
Can you help him experience that and out loud, please, so he can see that the work is done and know that it is finished?
Yes.
If it doesn't disrupt the process, it would be great if you can say it out loud so he can hear it later.
I'm allowing him to feel it.
What are you feeling?
Success. Confidence. Trust. He was born for this.
You said he's also an intuitive healer. Is that related to what's to come?
It can be. He can use this for good. He likes helping people, but it seems like he wants to help people in other ways besides healing. He's more focused on financials.
Okay. What is the best possible outcome for this lifetime?
He wants to be a successful trader. He wants to do personal training. He can do everything. He wants to be a teacher of knowledge, spiritual knowledge. He could do all of this in different increments of his lifetime. At this point, he wants to create wealth so he feels he can do what's necessary to help individuals.
Is it important for him to create his own wealth first for all these other things to unfold, or what?
Yes, he can. It's not needed, but it's necessary for him.
I see. So it's part of his growth.
Yes.
And he'll see that he can manifest anything, can he?
He can.
Good. And once he does manifest what he wants, what is it that he can step into to really make the most out of this lifetime, whatever lessons he wanted to learn?
A confident and successful man. He was here because he was abused and used in his past. Now he needs to learn how to become more confident in this lifetime. We gave him all of the qualities he needed to become this. He can do anything he wants.
Can you show him a scene so he can really root himself in that scene as a confident, abundant, happy, and good person?
Yes. He's giving a speech to thousands of people.
How does he feel doing it?
He's excited. He's a little nervous, but he's so happy.
Where does he feel that happiness, that excitement?
His heart.
Good. Is there anything in his heart that needs to be cleared out for the greatest possible outcome in this lifetime?
Yes, he's very guarded.
Mm-hmm. What's causing that? Mm-hmm. What was at the root of that? Is that this life, another?
Others, but mainly this one.
Okay. What was the most pivotal time that his soul experienced this? Mm-hmm. What emotions did he feel when that happened? You said in this life?
He felt defeated, like in his previous life. Except he didn't let it overtake his life.
Like he did before?
Yes.
Good. And you said that's all stored in the heart area?
Yes. He grew there, but he still holds on.
Uh-huh. Was there something he learned from those painful experiences?
Yes. Self-confidence.
So he has that with him now?
A lot more than he did.
Good. What was he trying to understand by having that experience over multiple lifetimes?
You don't need anyone.
Does he understand this now? Has he learned everything he needs to know?
Yes.
Good. Can you finish that healing work in his heart?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I know he's going to appreciate it.
Yes, he will.
How are you doing this?
Dissolving the negative energy with white light.
Good. Good. The white light is a very powerful force.
That's all he needs.
Good. Is he feeling or sensing anything?
Yes. He's happier.
Good. He's smiling a lot more.
Yes.
I think it's almost the Mark smile.
Almost.
What will he notice after the session? What will he feel?
He'll start being grateful for what he has in his life, which can create abundance, love, happiness, fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
He can create an abundant amount of wealth whenever he wants.
And he knows this already, doesn't he?
He does.
Are there any other blocks still left in him? Emotional body, physical body, anything that you detect or pick up on?
He needs to learn how to trust himself more. His intuition, his gut feeling is usually right.
We talked about that today. He seems very intuitive from what he's told me.
He's
he picks
very
up on
intuitive.
energy, right?
Yes, the problem is he lets it bog him down. But he's gotten a lot better.
Good. And in that lifetime that you showed him today where he was using drugs, was he picking up on the energy of his parents in a way that just became destructive, or what was happening there?
Yes, he saw his father drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw that it alleviated some pain in him, but he didn't like alcohol. So he moved to stronger and other things.
I see. So it was more about removing something unwanted from his experience.
Yes, and that's why he'll never do that again.
Good. So he knows that that's not something he needs in this lifetime.
No.
What about the experience? We talked a little bit today about he really enjoys being with his girlfriend, and sometimes they spend many days together, and for both of them that can sometimes be too much, just too much of a good thing.
Yeah, she's great for him.
Good. I wanted to ask about that he mentioned wanting to feel, just kind of be on his own sometimes because he's getting too much energy, not just from her, but from people, period. What can you tell him about that?
He's getting overwhelmed because he's very guarded and he doesn't like letting people in. This only happens in his close, intimate relationships.
Okay. What should he know about that? What's at the true root of that? Why is he being so guarded?
He's scared.
Is that related to the lifetime you showed him today?
Yes. He's scared of loss. He has so much fear with that. That creates self-sabotage in that aspect.
But that was a different lifetime, not this one, right?
He's held on to that.
Does he see that now, that it's not from this life?
Yes.
Good. Can you help him heal and release that once and for all?
Yes.
Thank you. What changes are you making in the body or in the emotional body?
Dissolving those negative energies.
Where were they stored?
His heart and chest area.
Okay. So he'll feel some relief, or will he notice any difference?
He'll feel lighter.
Good. But after today, will things feel quite different from him or for him?
Yes, he's already a lot better.
Good. So he'll notice a real change.
Yes.
I see him smiling.
He's happy.
Good. There's something that happened recently where they went to the gym and just had the best time together.
Yes, he was so scared.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know how to be happy in relationships. Now he does.
Oh, good. Very good. What has really shifted in him today?
Abundance with love.
That's
and
beautiful.
Wealth. He can learn to let go of that fear and anger that he doesn't even know he felt.
But he knows it now.
Yes, and it's gone.
Good. So he doesn't need to search for it anymore. It just won't be there.
No, he just has to focus on the future and the now.
Using law of attraction, or?
Yes, that can be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to just have a positive aura with his life.
Good.
Allow positivity to come in. Not be anxious. Be excited.
Mm-hmm. And you told him and showed him many things to be excited about today.
He'll be happy.
Good. With you?
No.
Good. He wanted to ask, what is the best advice that you, his higher self, any guides could give him? Anybody who's here right now to help him?
To let go. You don't need it. Once you let go, you will receive it. And you're letting go right now. And you will receive it. Just remember that we're always here. We can always communicate with you. You can get into a meditative state. And we will communicate with you just like we are right now.
I can feel the energy of that statement in my own body. I'm sure he feels it even stronger.
Yes.
Good. Anything else coming through?
That's all he needs to know. There's not only one path. He believes there's only one path sometimes. Just know everything that happens to you is because of you. You can change that. You can create that. You have all of the free will. However, just remember, in this lifetime you were meant to be successful. You were meant to be a leader. You were meant to help individuals. You were meant for happiness, love, and success.
Abundance in all things.
He can receive it all. Anyone can. But he knows that truly.
Very good. Thank you for everything you've said and done today. I think it will really help him.